All right. Just great. Perfect. All right. Welcome back to Odys Talks, everyone. Naturally, this show is hosted by Odys Global, your one stop marketplace for age domains, websites, premium names, as well as several additional services, including 3-1 redirects, fully managed hosting, EAT audit, topic clusters. You can also buy domains and sites from us and pay them in installments. And by the way, we're launching a 1 day promo with a 14% discount. So if you place an order within the next 24 hours, you're getting a 14% discount on your purchases. So make use of this offer because we're not launching discounts very often. So this is your chance. All right. Today I'm joined by three perfect gents from the UK. Great people that I'm just really excited to see all three of them in one panel. It's James Oliver, Jason Mills, and Jamie IF. So, guys, why don't you just go on and introduce yourselves once again on this show before we get things started? So, James, why don't you go first?
Yeah, the Triple J podcast.
Oh yeah.
That's it. So I've been doing SEO mainly for myself for the past 6 years, just building affiliate niche sites and growing and building and buying from there. And then looking to sell a few now for the first time, but pretty much just buying and growing websites from scratch.
That was quick.
Yeah, well, I didn't know what to say. I didn't want to keep saying the same thing over and over.
That's perfect. All right, Jason.
Yeah, sure. So my name's Jason Mills. I run the Affiliate School YouTube channel. I got a portfolio of affiliate websites. I've been doing SEO probably for about 8 or 9 years now. Started freelance SEO services for clients. We still do a little bit of that stuff, but predominantly most of my day-to-day now is taken up with the portfolio of sites that I've got, and doing a little bit of parasite SEO and stuff like that as well, which I seem to have become a bit more well known for, which partly is actually thanks to James. So this is, sharing is caring and all that. So that's me.
Awesome. Jamie.
Hello. Yeah, I do affiliate sites, that sort of stuff. I also head up marketing at Lasso, which is a SaaS company for affiliate CRO, analytics, that sort of stuff. Good fun. Split time between those. Mostly like on the niche side. I don't really do like info. It's just straight like affiliate mostly, and like high converting, like low traffic offers and stuff like that. So yeah.
Perfect. All right, let's kick it off.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are live.
Yeah, I just love the way James looks at the screen, all glowing with the Dubai landscape.
It's a poster. It's if you take it off the wall, it'll be back home in England.
It does look like a virtual backdrop, doesn't it? It's a little bit fuzzy for my liking.
Can I get that one on Zoom nowadays? Is that how it works?
That's it's the new iPhone. That's what I've set up with, and use it as the camera at the side, so it looks too real.
Looks too real. Yeah. All right, guys. So last time on the last episode of Odys Talks, I've had Greg Elfrink, Victoria Altman, and Saket Wahi. And there was one funny thing that Greg mentioned in particular about affiliate sites. I mean, there's no better person, I think, to talk about the, let's say, the money-making potential of affiliate sites in terms of like exiting businesses than Greg Elfrink of all the people. And like he said something like, so over the past several years, 2 years in particular, when AI started to get bigger, affiliate sites got crushed at some point. Then they recovered, recuperated, then got got crushed again, recuperated again, then got crushed again with yet another Google update. So you guys are obviously, just like you said, are all in the affiliate game, right? So what's the situation in the affiliate marketing right now, right this moment? I mean, yeah, let's start from here.
I think the first thing to say is that last year was a bloody tough year for a lot of affiliates, for a lot of content sites. It was probably, for me, since I've started my portfolio, it was the most volatile year that I've seen. So I think that's important to say that first of all. And also, these things do run in cycles. So yes, at the moment it's pretty tough, but that's not to say that that cycle is going to come back around again. For example, I've started 2 sites in the last 8 months, one that I've just started in January and one that I started in May last year. And they're both showing positive upward trajectories. Even the one that I started in January, stuff's indexing immediately, stuff's ranking. These are review terms as well with decent search volumes, and they're on page 3 or 4 immediately. Now, that's partly probably because it hasn't had the chance to be fully assessed by Google at this point. So there's probably no classifier applied to it. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see what happens with those. But I think there's a lot of doom and gloom around affiliate sites right now, and just niche sites, content sites, whatever you want to call them. For me, like I'm personally, in terms of income now, I'm pretty much 50-50 in terms of like parasite SEO and then my portfolio sites. But I'm still building affiliate sites because I think the long-term play has to be an asset that you have full control over. It might just be that where you generate that traffic from might have to adapt. It might have to change. But for me, I want those long-term assets.
What about you guys?
Well, I made more money in 2023 than 2022, but with less traffic. So I had to like get scrappier to get around it, right? Because it's getting more difficult to drive large amounts of traffic to blue links in a SERP for like affiliate keywords. It's just how it is. And like before, if you were just like one of the best of the bunch, like the second or first best in your niche, you'd have a pretty good stranglehold over it. And now you've got to just not be like the best in your niche, because everyone is, mostly if you're a content site hit, you've got to be either a huge sort of publisher or have some other kind of foothold in the niche to really give yourself a competitive advantage, like being a manufacturer, e-commerce platform, SaaS in the niche or something like that. And so like especially since September, where anything that wasn't like a legit brick and mortar or other kind of real business, it's been a lot more difficult. But in the same way, I think a lot of people are scrambling to become real businesses now, and there's ways around it. There's also a lot of Bing traffic out there, a lot of other sources. Jason and James have pioneered Reddit as a strategy. I got my network rumbled yesterday and got destroyed, so I got fucking done in yesterday about that. But it was doing hundreds of clicks a day. So there's always sources if you want to be creative. There's paid ads that will never go away, because like meta ads are never not going to be a thing. They'll get more expensive, but everything does. And so we had it really good, and it's not as good now. It's too bad right now. Like I think it's overcorrected, and I don't think the average person on the street is going. The quality of search has got really good since September, which suggests that there might be some kind of reversal. But if not, there's still ways to like we're still driving through the affiliate sites of Bing and other platforms like about half of what we did in July, but it's not like 10% of it is and it is only January, to be fair, so we've taken some hit, but it's not the end of the world.
James, you're the one left.
Jamie, you've been getting more traffic from Bing now as well, haven't you? Like Bing's been going up
way more. Like we'll do like 100,000 users a month off Bing off one of our sites, and it will do like, now it's down like 50k off Google or whatever. So I'm a Bing SEO now on that particular site. But like
makes sense. Yeah, I'm the same with you boys. Like 2023, like my overall like the best sites, the revenue went down quite a bit. I just did a video on it. But because like as I was earning, I was buying more sites, so I never really noticed a massive drop in the earnings, just because I acquired more basically monthly revenue. But overall, like the sites have gone down. But like Jason's been saying, I've been doing Reddit and LinkedIn as well. So I've been doing a lot of that and just posting a lot of Parasite SEO and trying out other things. Another thing not too many people are mentioning too much, I've actually built 2 of my websites, changed them over to Webflow. And you can do Parasite SEO also with Webflow. So you can publish a staging domain with that, and you can quickly basically get sites out doing Webflow. So I've been testing that out quite a bit, and it worked. It's been ranking quite well so far. But yeah, just Parasites, updating content, and just doing the same old basic stuff with the sites. Like, I think there will be a reversal, like Jamie was saying, soon. And like Jason was saying, you've got to build a brand and look at it as a long-term play, which SEO always has been anyway. So yeah, it sucks at the moment, but it's definitely not dead.
And Google will obviously never ever call it a reversal. So it'll just be another update.
Another update,
yeah.
But at the same time, everyone's going, like, all the people on Twitter that aren't in like the affiliate or niche site game are going, oh, these content goblins. But as soon as they remove them, everyone said search got worse. So all I'm saying is which one has got to be true and false.
Well, this is it. Even the whiter than white SEOs on Twitter and, you know, in the game, they're all saying the same thing. It's not just dirty affiliates that are saying search has got worse. It's everyone, you know. So I think Google has to address that in some way, shape, or form. Whether that means they roll out SGE and this is the big savior. I don't personally think that will be the case, but we will see. But I think generally everyone's in agreement that search is not great right now.
Mm-hmm. I would like us to linger on Bing a little bit, because everyone's talking about Google updates. Google changed this or that, the changes to guidelines, stuff like that. But what in the actual fuck is happening on Bing? For those who don't know, I mean, obviously you can source your traffic from it and boost your earnings, but like, are they like, I don't know, trying to go after affiliates as well in some way, shape or form, like Google does, or like what's happening there?
I think Jane's probably best placed to answer that.
So I haven't looked into a lot. I've mostly taken it for granted, right? But like, it's still like if you type in best whatever, it will be they won't at the moment. If you go to Google, you'll see either like manufacturers, software, or whatever that rank themselves top, or you'll see huge media conglomerates that have like done the reviews. They might be real reviews, but they might not be. If you search it on Bing, there's more democracy, meritocracy, in that you'll see more topically relevant niche sites that have covered it. It's more relevance oriented, like rather than like helpfulness or whatever, like Google's metric for helpfulness and EAT is now. It's more direct, like going back 5 years in Google, but like right now that's like an improvement.
I think if we all had a time machine, we'd all be happy to go 5 years back in Google, wouldn't we? So
it's one of those. It's, you always got to take it like at the time it is now, and as soon as like something's working, you've just got to rinse it and make as much money as you can, like what you're doing with Reddit, basically, because that will soon change. It's got to change soon. But
they're onto it now.
Reddit, LinkedIn, all of these things, they're definitely they're not going to be long-term plays, are they? So, and that's exactly why I go back to saying, we need those long-term assets, because that's something you have got control over. And even if Google does completely go down the pan, something else is going to replace it. And there's multiple, like Jamie has said already, there's multiple ways to bring traffic into a site. It doesn't just have to rely purely on Google. I think one of the issues with Google at the moment as well is that they seem to be putting multiple listings for the same domain. So you might search for something that's a review and you've got 2 or 3 pages from the same domain that are showing, and I'm guessing that's not happening with Bing. So obviously if there are 2 or 3 searches taken up, it does, but if there are 2 or 3 searches taken up with one website, then that gives less opportunity for obviously the rest.
You can get, like, if you're really topically on it with Bing and you type in a keyword that's like best whatever and it's broader, you'll get your broad one ranked number 1, and all of your like long tail searches, you can take like 4 or 5 of the top 10 up. Okay. Love it on Bing.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
I think
Have you
Bing
been-
traffic as well. I guess like my preconception of Bing traffic is that it's a little bit more of an affluent audience as well, or an affluent user base. So typically, it's probably an older audience. So I guess there's more money to be spent. Like there's more disposable income, particularly for certain types of products. So you know like your higher ticket items. So yeah, I don't know, but.
Yeah,
That's what we've seen.
depending
I
on
know
the
we've
niche.
seen that typically on, I suppose it does depend on the niche, but we've seen that particularly in e-commerce with our e-commerce site. When you get Bing traffic, typically the average spend is higher than it would be on Google.
Yeah, the only things I really do with Bing is just make sure you have one H1 because that's still like their SEO thing, and then just submit the site to the Bing Webmaster Tools, which a lot of people don't even know about or don't even open. And then I sometimes run Bing ads, which is a bit of a different one, just because they're cheaper than Google. And like you were saying, it's usually an older audience which have the money and they kind of click and buy stuff off ads. So I test that and run like a few $100 like each week just through Bing ads, and that's basically it.
And that's profitable for affiliate offers.
Yeah, it's been good.
Nice.
Yeah. Well, that's like opening a door to another dimension for me, because I personally don't know a single person using Bing for whatever, as a search engine, let's say.
Midwestern mums that have never changed it from the default.
Yeah. And dads.
All desktop traffic.
All right. What's your like perfect recipe for a profitable affiliate website these days?
Mine's just trying to take as much traffic as possible and then negotiate better terms with the brand. Yeah, but not just with your one website. That would be like your website plus you create a secondary website and then you create your parasite SEO offers on that. So you try and take as much of the SERP as possible and negotiate basically a higher rate or brand deals, which on top of like affiliate commissions.
Yeah, I'm kind in a way I'm the opposite to that. So I'm a big advocate of low traffic but high commissions. So you don't need huge. And obviously, if you get more traffic, then that's brilliant because you're going to get even more commissions. But I like niches where, or affiliate offers where you don't need huge amounts of traffic to make really good money. So your 50-60% commissions, your recurring commissions. That's what I typically look for, and then I'll reverse engineer backwards from there. But like James said, if you can then if you can do that with your own asset, if you can then do it with a social profile like or a Reddit comment or whatever, and then maybe another parasite, if you can take 3 or 4 spots on page 1 with those types of offers, then that's a real winning formula. So for example, I've got one Reddit post that pretty much that one post makes very, very good money. It makes upwards of 10K a month. And it's one page. It's one page. There's about, I think I've got 4 of the top 5 comments on that one page. Now, what I'm trying to do at the moment is to take the other parasite opportunities for it. So, like your Deccan Heralds and your Outlook Indias and things like that. That particular search term is littered with these types of pages. And so, yeah, that's for me. I already know that keyword generates, say, 15K a month. So if I can take another spot, and that's not in position 1, by the way. So if I can take, I think it's position 5 or 6. If I can take position 1, position 3, and position 5, that one keyword could be worth maybe 40-50K a month, which is insane. But that's because it's a really high commission product or service that one sign up and it's like $150.
So it's quite good as a tester, isn't it? And then this is going to earn me X amount, so you don't mind spending $1,000 on a big newspaper to take up more real estate, basically.
Absolutely, and because I've then got others. I've got another offer that brings in about 900 clicks a day, and the conversion rate is appalling. The commissions are pretty decent, but the conversion's terrible. So that's making about $5 to $10 a day, which is still okay. It's better than nothing, but it's not. It's not $700 a day. So that's where you want to be. Yeah. But, and that is so for that purpose, Parasite is a really good testing bed.
So Jamie, what is your perfect recipe?
A domain that isn't a content site to then post content on. I don't like. I know like, and if you want to know more about this, go to someone like Jackie, who's really made like the most impression on this, and is like the sort of thought leader in this space. But if you're going to make it so real businesses can only rank, then obviously the back end of that is real businesses have now been given a power that they didn't realize they had before and can now output more and more stuff. And so people doing partnerships with these companies, we know the SEO, you have the domain that has power. And you can get away with a lot. Like for people saying there's like really good AI detection on Google, it's just not true. Like there's so much pure AI stuff that's been like completely not edited from the right company or from the right domain, and it works for really competitive stuff. And so yeah, if you've got a domain that's in a position like that has benefited from these recent changes, you've been given a very powerful thing. And so yeah, recipe for success. Like as much as we want to talk about everything else, and I'd love to talk about the nuances of CRO and everything right now. It's really not about content now. It's about where the content comes from.
So this is your let's say antidote to the omnipresent AI content. Yeah. Okay. We have our first question from the YouTube chat from Peak195. What do you think about the number of display ads on pages influencing Google ranking? Going back to AdSense might be safe. That's Google too. So yeah, that's the comment and the question.
I'm really new to display ads. It's not something I've explored a lot, but the site that I mentioned that I started in May last year, I've just put Google AdSense on there because I didn't know how to do anything else. To be honest, I've never done it. And it's doing better than I expected. It's I don't know how that compares to other platforms like Mediavine and Raptive and so on. But like for me, it's just a nice additional bit of money. It's really simple to do. Whether that is like so far, that's had no impact on rankings. When I've got affiliate offers on there, I don't really want to fill the page with display ads to more so to not detract from the affiliate offers rather than to worry about the rankings. I don't know how other people, you guys have, if you're using a lot of display ads, whether you feel like that impacted you in helpful content update. I don't know, because I was still impacted in the helpful content update and I ran no ads on any sites. So
yeah, it was the first thing that all of the like traditional agency SEOs picked out for a lot of affiliate sites getting hit, because it is something that they have that SaaS businesses won't, because they have a real product that they can make more money selling you. And there was a thing that was put in the new edition of the quality rated guidelines, which seems to sort of tighten it a little bit on what you can get away with regards to like interstitials and micro and mini scrollers and scrollers and stuff, whatever they're called. I don't even know. So I turned them off and nothing happened, and nothing like changed for anyone else that's removed ads. So the more I think about it, and for the record, if you are a site that's favored a huge media conglomerate, you can absolutely flood ads and nothing changes. And so I think it's easy to point out if you're someone who wants to like demonize niche sites as like poor UX because they make money off content, which means you need to sell space on that content in the form of ads. But whether it's actually made a huge difference and is the defining factor in a lot of these content sites getting hit, I don't think so, because lots of sites without ads are hit that are content sites, and lots of sites with ads that are fit the bill for the right type of thing with all the other factors we've mentioned have not been hit. It's easy for thought leaders to say as a thing without like seeing the counter evidence all over the SERPs, in my opinion.
Yeah, like what you were saying, Jamie, loads of people was mentioning, saying it was ads, too many ads above the fold and stuff like that. That's why it hurt the rankings. And loads of people was on like Mediavine and Raptive. They took their ads off or minimized it, and no rankings changed. All it did was made them earn less money. I don't really think ads is too much of a factor, or a factor really at the rankings at all, especially like same with Jason. I've got a few sites which are just pure affiliate, and some sites which are mixed, and some sites which are ads, and they all basically, there was no like correlation. Obviously it's just a few sites, so you can't really do it off that little bundle, but I don't think it really affects it.
Also, like I removed a bunch of the like interstitials, mini scrollers, the large mobile ads, and a few others. And I ran some tests for the 2 weeks preceding data and then the 2 weeks next data to see, like, based on the user metrics in GA4, what would it change? Like, would we get decreased bouncing rates? Would we get more pages per session? Anything else? literally nothing changed. Nothing. People did not care. From all of the like observable metrics, nothing changed. And we didn't go from 100 to 0. We went from maybe like the worst offending ones we removed that were quite profitable. So we might have only removed 10% of the like density, but like 20% of the money, because they were the most offensive ones that can like annoy you. But nothing changed. People didn't care, and it didn't change like conversion rates on affiliate either.
Yeah, that's
Mads
what I was
made a
gonna
good point
mention
there,
as well.
didn't he? I think Mads just said there that Google don't want to stop people from running display ads because ultimately they're making money. So I think that's definitely important to
Just
remember.
gonna put it up again.
Sorry, James, I cut you off there.
Yeah, that's no good. I was going to say the ads don't really affect conversions too much on affiliate sites. Sometimes they actually help the conversions because people are used to seeing ads on those sites. So they think, oh, they're making money for ads. They don't mind clicking through the links. The only problem, it would be a pain and like reduce your affiliate commissions if they are running, the company you're promoting and running ads and they're appearing on the page instead of your affiliate links. But for most of the time, like I would still put ads on the affiliate offers depending on the company and if they're actually going to be running ads or not as well.
Okay. Thank you guys for your answers and this little discussion. So peak 195. Hopefully this answers your question. We got another question here from Dan K, who's asking, with the affordability of content and the volatility of the SERPs, would you suggest going the portfolio route, opposed to going all in on one side?
Yeah, definitely portfolio, because it's so cheap to do content now. It makes no sense not to blast out and keep producing sites. Basically, one site you're at more risk. The more sites you have, the less risk you have. And with how cheap it is with content, it's worth basically doing a few different sites and then in a few different niches as well to test it out.
Yeah, I think if you're going to use AI, then it 100% makes sense to have a portfolio. If you're going to use human written content and you're going to go, so my site that I started in January, that is not AI, that's human written. It's ultra high quality. It will be my highest quality website that I have ever produced. It's not at the moment, but the plan is within the next 2 or 3 years that it will be. Like, this is going to be the plan is for this to be a massive brand. Now, if you've only got the time to do that, then you probably can't then go and build a portfolio. But if you're looking at utilizing AI, then yes, 100%. So I'm currently testing out some age domains with Cuppa, obviously using AI through Cuppa, and that's going to be mass generated content, a little bit of human editing, but it's going to be on a wide scale in terms of portfolio. Yeah. But like, absolutely, you're right. You know, the content creation costs have been reduced so much. Then, as long as you've got the time to then get that physically onto a site, and it depends how much editing you're doing with it as well. So if you talk to someone like Casey Botticello, who I had on my podcast a few weeks ago, he's very much still trying to create high quality sites using AI as the basis, but then a lot of human editing. Well, in that case, then it's harder to have a big portfolio. So it really depends on what your approach is and what you want it to be.
Yeah. Right now, all I can say is that I'm downsizing and focusing on fewer projects, just because I want to make sure that if I'm in the game in 5-10 years, that I'm still in the game in 5-10 years. And I think that if you've got the right domain, sky's the limit. Have fucking 100 domains, have 300 or whatever. But if you don't have the right domains and you want to put a lot of content on there quickly and you're not looking at it, then you've got no competitive advantage, and what comes up will come down. And so everyone on this call knows how to treat AI content with the right nuance, to do it correctly, know which yeses and which nos to take, to have more than average success. But I don't want to mislead anyone in thinking that it's just one click and done. It can work, but you put yourself at a lot of risk if you don't apply the correct nuance that can really only be learnt by doing in the trenches. And so, like, if you're trying to go from 0 to 1 or 0 to 20, I'd keep it cool. Get a good domain from Odys that can win you with that was a real business that has some of those signals rather than being a content site. Make it look as much like that real business as possible, and then you'll be in good shape. But if you're newer to this and you haven't created high quality experiences from AI and humans before, like, I would just walk before you run, because it's you don't have much of a competitive advantage if you just do what everyone else is doing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't really add that. Yeah, you definitely still want to edit the content. You don't want to just publish it as it is. Even if you can do the like 80-20 principle of just trying to sort out the intros, because that's where basically above the fold where people are going to see first. So as long as you do the intros and the first product and making sure they're really tight, that would be like the quick way round to do it. And obviously adding the internal links in. But yeah, you still want to add internal links and do a bit of editing with it.
Yeah, and the more sites that you create, the more mistakes you'll make, the more you'll learn from that. If I look back at my sites from 3 or 4 years ago, it's cringe. I look at them now, they're proper cringe. So that's why I'm saying I still like to create new stuff because I've developed since then. But also we're quite privileged probably now, us three, in the sense that we can have fun with projects. So like I said, I'm building out a couple of age domains with AI content. That's just me having fun. It's not like I'm not going all in on that as a strategy. It's just me just testing, having a bit of fun with it. So I think Jamie made a really good point there, because I think sometimes we forget that we were beginners and it's a very different place to be to where, once you've kind of become a bit more established and you've got the knowledge and experience.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Thanks guys for your answers. Dan, hopefully this answers your question. I was just, while you were talking, especially on the content side of things, I was just thinking to myself, like, man, I'm so happy I'm not in the content writing game these days, because man, this is so discouraging today, Yeah, I mean, editing stuff and just making the AI generated content is a lot simpler and quicker in some cases, but in general, it's like I actually really enjoyed writing, just digging into the topic, discovering all the nuances, stuff like that, and just creating proper, entertaining, quality content. And right now, it's just introduce a proper prompt, just feed a proper prompt to ChatGPT or I don't know, Claude or whatever tool you're using, and there you go. Just it just spits out the content I would have otherwise spent like maybe an hour or two just researching to create a proper piece. It's just that's definitely my kryptonite on the content writing side of things.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's obviously a huge knock-on effect with writers, isn't there? I get, because I still use writers for some of my projects, and they're constantly emailing me now. They're getting the work delivered a lot quicker, and then they're emailing saying, "Have you got any more work for me?" That tells you everything you need to know. So they have lost a lot of work. If you are a content writer, it's not probably but then you have to set yourself apart. So if you are a content writer, then you've got to be ultra high quality now. You've got to go that next step and maybe learn some new skills that you didn't have before.
Have they just, or is it that, or have they just discovered AI and they're like, oh, I can get more projects done now?
Maybe.
That's the danger of hiring a writer now, because it can just be AI content pretending that. I think like the next big job for like writers and like SEOs are going to be editors, someone who knows how to edit and get it all on point and just go through the content and just blast through and edit it. That's the like most sought after job, I would say, for.
Absolutely. If you're a content writer, well, that would have been your promotion before, whereas now that really should be your bread and butter. You've got to transition into that. I've got an editor who works 30 hours a week for me, and she is the best investment I have ever made in my portfolio. She's crucial, to the whole thing. And if I could clone her, then I would. So those people are worth their weight in gold. If you can pitch that service and deliver, then that's also a great transition to make.
Also, just the last thing on the content writing side, in that the bottom and the middle have been has fallen out of the content writing game. But there's a lot of types of content that AI can't write. And you still need like high quality human experience, especially like if you don't need it to be an extremely high quality experience because you're paid per page view, like from ads, then yeah, like cool. That incentivizes like just info, splurge, hope for the best, get what you can out of it. But like if you've got a SaaS and you're trying to like convert people through the funnel, it can do high funnel stuff, I guess, but like mid, low funnel, like it's really, really not gonna like work or like get you any money out of it because no one's going to buy your SaaS from this sort of stuff because you don't just write this content based on like I can rank for this. You write it based on like, how can I solve your problem based on a SaaS use case or like whatever other product manufacturer e-commerce thing you have. And so there's a good market for high quality writers that like understand the assignment and can like tie your software or anything in there to create a high quality experience for people that can afford human content writers because the ROI on like a real sale is higher than ads and affiliate.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's true. But still, I mean, for instance, Adam Chronister has been on the show several weeks ago, and well, a lot of companies are just cutting their costs because of these new AI content generation opportunities, and they just basically have editors, and he specifically mentioned that they do not have writers; they have editors and prompt engineers right now. So yeah, while you can still like set yourself apart, be different as a writer, I think one of the things writers should do these days, content writer, copywriter, whatever you call it, is to probably niche down and just focus on several like main topics and just work in that direction rather than just writing about everything like this area has been before the advent of.
That's what I look
AI.
for in a writer anyway. If you believe in EAT as well, then obviously choosing the writer that is a specialist plays right into that. They're going to have the credentials, they're going to have the social profiles that show that they are passionate about this particular niche. So I hired 4 writers in January for this new project, and the one thing that I specifically looked for was niche relevance, niche expertise. And even then, 2 of those writers did not deliver particularly great content. Maybe it was AI assisted, I don't know, but it wasn't great. So, and I think the thing is, when you're using a human writer now, you expect the bar to be up here. You're not accepting mediocre content because AI can create decent content. Mm-hmm. So if you're not a great writer and you're not niche specific, then you are no better than the AI tools that are out there. But I think you're absolutely right. If you niche down, if you write into high quality and you hit the brief, then that's still value to me with certain projects.
Yeah. Guys, what's your kryptonite on the business side of things? Like, what would have like just killed affiliate marketing game for you in particular?
For me, it's the shiny object. Just trying, like, you see an opportunity and then I've got to get into that. So like James mentioned Reddit to me back in September, and okay, that worked out well, but he mentioned something else earlier today. I can't remember what it was now. I'll probably rewatch it. And as soon as he said it, I thought, right, I need to go and look at that. So for me, that's the thing. I just want to be in everything, and that's really hard then to be really good in one area if you look at multiple things. But yeah, for me, it's just kind of getting like a moth with a light flickering over there and then over there and then over, and I'm everywhere.
I think we're all like that a little bit. We've all got like a fair few different sites and all got the shiny objects of starting new projects and doing it across. For me, it's probably something similar to that. But I think like with the affiliate game and for like content sites especially, you wear so many hats and do so many different jobs. You're kind of always busy and doing different stuff. So if like you're not good at like maybe content or you're not good at like link building, you can always outsource or hire someone for that. So there's never really anything which kind of brings down the whole business. But But yeah, that's pretty much my take on it.
But not delegating can be a kryptonite as well.
Yeah.
I did that for a long time. I thought, right, I'm really good at this, so I need to do this. But actually, that can become a hindrance. Like, it's great if you're good at it and you don't have the funds to then outsource it. But if you're growing and you want to scale things up, if you just keep doing that task that you're really good at, that's probably not the best use of your time if you can bring someone else in to do that. And that's the exact example is that the editor that I brought in. So she's doing 30 hours a week now of what I might have been doing that in 20 hours. That's half my week gone. I'm not Jamie who's working 7 days a week. I've got a family and I need to see them in the evenings and the weekends. Jamie's happy to go and work 100-hour weeks. I'm not. So I've got to use those hours as best I can.
Yeah,
Well, I don't believe you, mate. You're here on Valentine's Day. It's not true.
that is true. That is true.
Well, delegating is something mod singers can help you with. For those listening to this conversation. So Jamie, what's your kryptonite?
As in, like, thing that I hate the most.
What would have killed your affiliate game, like, for good? Like,
you know what? I don't
bury it.
I don't have the heart pressure or whatever it's called anymore for all of this volatility, man. Like, I like to build things that, like, don't jump around all the time. And it's been quite volatile as of recent. And, like, my capacity for stress is just, like, I feel like before what would have just, like, like, you first ever, I mean, I hope you don't, but, like, the first time you ever take heroin, it's like you do this little bit, it's like mental. Whatever. I wouldn't know. I haven't taken heroin before. And then by the end of it, if you're addicted, you can take like 28 grams in a day that would, like, kill a herd of sheep, and it's fine. And, like, you don't even OD. Like, that's me with stress now, with, like, all the volatility. And so, like, you have to be prepared to be able to, like, take more, like, crazy stuff being on fire all the time, because, like, this is like the rewards are so asymmetric if you are in a good purple patch, and nothing that I will ever do, I don't think, will ever go from me 3 years ago to now in my 20s to, like, in this nothing else would have. No job would, nothing. No, I doubt many other entrepreneurial pursuits could, but that comes with the when it's not going bad, it can go from 100 to 0 very quickly. And so you have to have that built-in resilience that I'm getting, like, tired of it. I was like, just give me some stability for a little bit. And that, so, like, whatever.
Just go and get a 9-to-5 job. That's that's gonna bring some stability.
Yeah, the pay cut though, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, it's just I don't know. From what I see, like, talking to you guys, to other SEOs and digital entrepreneurs, it's just that I think if you've had this, like, kind of stability, you would have probably gotten pretty bored rather quickly. It's like, nothing's happening. What should I do? Like, what should I work on? What should I solve? I'll probably just go on and look for some other things to work on and solve. Yeah. Speaking of, like, the entrepreneurial, let's say, attitude, mindset. Let's say, I don't know. You let's pretend you've become, like, an immensely like out of this world successful in whether it's affiliate marketing or SEO. Like you don't have to worry about anything at all. Would you just settle down, or would you actually go on and look for new things to, I don't know, develop, grow in with, on, however you want to put it? What's your vibe?
Yeah, I always would probably keep doing projects or keep doing something just to stay busy. There'd always be, like, some sort of the goal. With like content sites, I'm pretty laid back with it, to be honest with you. I don't try to worry too much about it, because, like Jamie was saying, the stress, if you put all your eggs in, like, one basket, or you really, really focus on it, you think, like, tie your identity to the sites and stuff like that, it can really get you, especially when it starts tanking and you put in a lot of effort in. So it's important to keep that distance, but I would always need, like, a project or just something to kind of keep working on and keep doing it. even if I sold the sites, I think I'd still end up doing like starting a new one or doing like e-commerce and just still building it out with SEO. There would always be something.
Yeah, I'd have to always do something, because otherwise, what's next? Death? Like, that's it, isn't it?
Yeah.
You can have
Bills
some
or
fun,
die.
but you're going to get bored if you've got that. I think I ask this question all the time on my podcast, and 9 times out of 10 the answer is the same, that people don't want to exit completely because they've seen people that have done it, and then everything's gone downhill for them, like in their private life. So for me, and I just know I couldn't do that. I need something to have to focus on, because otherwise I would just become a raging alcoholic, like literally. That I would. So I need some structure in my life, and this, for me, this is structure.
Well, SEO's quite got a good community as well, isn't it? Like there's a good crowd of people and all stuff like that. So it's a nice business to be in.
Dubai next week. Saigon with Mads in a couple months.
Yeah.
Can't wait.
Yeah.
So Jamie,
Yeah, like even now, like if Google do not reverse back the current meta for content sites being able to rank versus like what they'll show, I would say already it's better, more profitable now. If you can rank a content site in this meta, you are so talented, like really well, and be very profitable, then you are talented enough that you could be making way more running a SaaS company that has affiliate on the back end. And so like if I think we'll see some reversal, but this is right now like a level where like diversifying in like either appearing and masquerading as a different kind of like a project, or like doing it for real with SEO and the skills you've learned in SEO on the side. I think those are very valuable to have, are more valuable if you are a real business now. For me personally, yeah, like I've had fun in this game, but like I don't even like, I'm not an SEO. Like I found it and I'm so grateful I found it. But I've always just like wanted to build stuff and build businesses and be an entrepreneur and experiment, try stuff and build stuff. And so if I've got designs and other stuff, I spend a few days a week now building SaaS at Lasso, helping other people make money from affiliate marketing. And you know, who knows what other projects came in the game. I came in the game originally with the IF name because there's a higher, bigger project that I would like to get to with when I have enough money. I'm still trying to get there, right, and make enough money to support what it will be a very not profitable thing that bleeds me dry. But you got to have a mission, and you got to love the adventure. And yeah, 100%, I'd be starting new stuff. Like whatever, like if I get fired from Lasso tomorrow and the sites go to zero, I'll be doing whatever. Like I'll start whatever SaaS I can think of, or like e-commerce stuff or anything else. You can never like, you can't take the loss in life. You got to bounce back.
Here's your stability, Jamie. We got one more question in the YouTube chat. If you were to start again today, what would be the top 3 things you would do to start making money? So you probably just answered that in a different way. But yeah, here's the question from Chris Jagger.
Well, the first thing I'd do is Reddit. Just because it's so quick. It's so quick and you can make a lot of money. Then I would definitely, like we mentioned earlier, the portfolio of AI sites. I would get involved in that. And then I would probably do exactly what I'm doing now, which is then build out a ultra high quality site that has the opportunity to make money through affiliate, but probably also display ads. That would be my approach. But like the other side of it is you could freelance. You can offer freelance services. So if I had no money coming in right now, then I would freelance and find clients. Whether that was maybe the editor approach, that would probably suit me and my skill set quite well. An SEO proficient editor. That you know, and I think you could make quite a lot of money quite quickly offering that as a service to the right people.
I knew you was going to say Reddit first.
I had to because it's just so quick and easy. I think I got a bit lucky with it as well. So I've probably got slightly rose tinted glasses, but I don't know. I still think there's still good opportunity, and probably LinkedIn. Like you've used LinkedIn a bit more, haven't you, James?
Yeah, so it's been, well, I got all my LinkedIn posts taken down because I was posting too many affiliate articles. So that account got basically just taken down. But I was basically trying to test the waters and see how far I could push it. But there is,
And you pushed it too far.
they are moderated. Yeah, so it does happen. It's just best to post a few each day and maybe not too many affiliate all the time. But I'd do the exact same thing. So I'd start with like parasite SEO, so your LinkedIn's and Reddit's, and I'd do a bit of research and find the other like free opportunities there is, like Medium and stuff like that. And then I'd do the portfolio of AI sites, maybe not too many, maybe like 5 or 6-ish. And then I would hire a VA to help with like basically learn the management skills and help with the editing and formatting, and then basically learn SEO and go through the content sites, just working on those. And then, like Jason said, if you're struggling for money, it would be freelance would be the next like fourth thing, depending on obviously where you are with the brackets.
Cool.
Yeah, I'd say Reddit is the most instant time to money and clicks thing going right now. Though I'm so mad about it, I got my network fucking rumbled yesterday, and now every time we like post a normal comment, there's like someone that comes in like, "OP is a farmer." Karma farmer bot, like don't listen to them. Or like the auto generated like, this is a spammy affiliate, and it's not even an affiliate, it's a link to my article. They're like, all right, fair enough, I am trying to self promote, but like it's actually good content, like is what it is. Anyways, they don't like me at the moment. I've spent so much money and they've done me in, so I'm gonna let the dust settle there and see if we've got any clicks.
How did you manage to lose your entire network? Was it all on the same IP address?
No. We had all different proxies, like 8 different accounts and stuff like that. But I should have made. It's my fault. I could have made it clearer in the SOP. Like in some cases, even if you got way more upvotes, if you don't have any comment threads, you won't be at the top. And so there was OPSEC issues in like replying from the network to other ones to get them boosted, and you can follow it back. Okay. Some loser who makes fucking no money, who spent hours reverse engineering that because they wanted to do their Reddit mod duty. You're a loser, and I hate you.
I do wonder who these people actually are that do that for
grim
nothing,
kids, like... man. Grim fucking losers.
He's got a map on his wall with all the little darts of all Jamie's profiles talking to each other.
Yeah. Sorry for my strong language. It's just that would have been.
You're obviously upset about it.
I'm upset about it. This is my therapy right now. But no, so other things you can do right now, if you want, like, having the sites are great, but if you want to make sure that you have that next level brand, I'd make sure that any digital products you can make for your niche, you can launch an Etsy site, which is a good entity that links back, as well as I'd honestly like consider like either a Webflow, as James suggests, or like launching a Shopify store that also has the blog on the end. There are rumors, research from people like Eric Lancheras from On Page AI, that the CMS itself currently excludes you from the helpful content classifier and won't get you hit as a content site if you're on Shopify. There's a different CMS, being that it's detecting WordPress plus content equals hit. I'd do that just for the brand signals and stuff like that. You can also run Etsy ads, Pinterest ads, whatever, that are super cheap to get cheap sales that you can then use to build an email list, and then you can hit them with the back, affiliate offers on the back end without having to even worry about search traffic itself. Is a great way of not being too over reliant. So I'd go down the digital product side, or anything else you can do like SaaS outreach for that and everything.
Whew, man, Jamie's on fire.
He is. Jason, I saw your newsletter with the using Koala to convert YouTube videos. So you could also do a YouTube video with a review, like using the software, whatever it is, using that to convert it to a blog and then turn it to a niche site. So you're basically relying as YouTube as your first target, but then you also got the back end asset of your website as well.
I think there's a massive site that just repurposes YouTube videos in written form, and
that Atify or whatever.
Yeah, that's it. And it's got so much traffic, and all it's doing is just taking YouTube videos and probably literally running them through something like Koala and generating the content. It's unreal.
I think it's a software that does that, and so they've their content marketing play is to do what their software does for all of that.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, there's also Harpa AI, which does like one of its functions is doing exactly this. It can do like the key takeaways, can create a blog post, an article, or all sorts of things. Yeah. Speaking of events, before we wrap things up, so James and Jamie are going to be in Dubai next week at SEO Vibes Dubai, or SEO Vibes Dubai AI. I'm not really sure how how
Dubai.
how exactly they named the event, because the AI are part of the Dubai's. It's a little bit confusing, and Odys is one of the sponsors. So yeah, if you're attending the event, we'll be glad to meet you. And Jason is also going to attend SEO Mastery Summit in Saigon in April. Guys, what do you expect from these events? Like, aside from the obvious networking advantages?
I think you just get lots of go on, James. I've started.
Well,
Let you go.
God, cheers, mate. So it is the networking is the key thing which you get out of it, but it's one of those like golden nuggets things. Like, you don't know what you don't know. You might hear something, or someone will say something, and then that'll spark trying to do like a different tactic or trying something new. Because if you never tried it or never like even heard about it or even knew it was a thing, you have no idea you're going to learn about it. So it's one of those things of just being open and speaking to people and networking and just trying to learn some extra stuff, basically.
Yeah, and sometimes those opportunities come up when you're not expecting it. So it might just be you'll be attending a talk, there'll be a 5-minute break, and you have a little conversation. And sometimes it's like you get in a whole new lesson or presentation. In like Mads has been on today. I remember we were at Search Birmingham, and I think the day had finished, and Mads just stood and talked for about 30 minutes, and we all just stood there and we were just all lapping up this information. And it's those opportunities that you just don't get anywhere else. And people, the one thing I noticed at a lot of these events is that people are really open to sharing, particularly when you go to the high level events. So the Dubai one, the SEO Mastery Summit, these are all top level events in my eyes anyway. And I don't see any reason why it'll be any different, and people won't be open to sharing not just the wins, but also the things that have set them back as well. So for me, that's the true value there. Well worth it. I'm gutted I'm not in Dubai. I'd love to be there. Do my family duties.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good fun, right? It's a good bit of banter, lots of fun, good bit of drinking, good bit of networking, partying, having fun. But then, like, during all amongst this fun and like chilling, there'll be that one, like 99% of it is just pure fun, right? And then like 1 5-second thing that comes out of someone's mouth is like the okay,
like
let me make sure I remember that one, because that I'm going to implement at home, and that's now $5,000 a month or whatever. In like the one huge golden ticket that makes it work. And none of this information is available online for the most part. Like, if the people involved do a podcast in 3 months' time, cool, you got the information from 6 months ago. The only way you can really be caught up with the trend and be like on the stuff that hasn't really been hasn't floated around and like trickled down from the top yet is at these events. And so, if you want to be where it is, then you got to be at where it is.
Yeah, totally.
Everyone knows SEOs ruin everything. Sorry, they do. Like, as soon as one tactic comes out, they just spam it to death. So you kind of have to learn about it early as possible and get on it.
Well, until the next tactic sprouts out.
Yeah. And that's why we have to keep going to these events, because you've got to stay on it. But also it's just a bit of a reset as well. For me, I'm sat here, grinding away for 3-4 months at a time. I need an outlet. So it's a great way to do that. And we're all in these little groups and online, and we have conversations here and then. We do these live calls, but it's not the same as physically being in a room with someone and having a beer and chatting about work and what was shit this month, what was good here, what this amazing new tactic that I've got. You can't put a price on that, I don't think. And then you come back and you're ready to go again, and then it's another 3 months of hard work, and then another one, and so on.
Yep, totally there with you on everything you guys just said. It's time to wrap it up. Thank you guys for this conversation. It was a very fun hour of talking and sharing and listening to you, for me in particular. And I hope, and I'm sure that our listeners and viewers enjoyed the conversation as well. Thanks for your questions, by the way. Please do this more often, because you're missing out if you're not doing this, because these people here are eager to share their knowledge and help you all out. Yeah, and then just some nice words from Chris Pantelli. Yeah. By the way, if you still haven't gotten your ticket to SEO Vibes Dubai, you can find the link in the description of this episode with a 30% discount code. So make sure to do it. And don't forget about the 14% discount on your purchases in the Odys marketplace. So yeah. We're not going to be here next week because I will be on my way to Dubai at this time next Wednesday. So yeah, we'll see you in 2 weeks. Yeah, in 2 weeks. It's going to be another great and fun conversation. So once again, thank you guys for doing this, taking the time, and sharing it with each other.
Thank you
Thanks,
for having
Vlad.
us.
Yeah, see you around.
Thanks, mate.